Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do a little everything I read in 2021. I know I've been MIA for months, but here I am. I am a freshman in university. Shit is hard. So I just want to jump right in and get started. So I'm trying to do this in, not chronological, I guess. In order that I read them. Is that chronological? I think it is. But, so the first book I read in 2021 was Concrete Rose by, Angie Thomas. This is, I guess you could say, the prequel to The Hate U Give. It's just about, Star's father, like, growing up when he was, like, 17, stuff like that. So, it, like, you don't get to know much about him in The Hate U Give. So, if you really liked it, I loved it. I think everyone should read it because it's such a powerful book. Everyone should read it, and I really enjoyed it. And so when I heard she's coming out with Maverick's point of view, obviously I hopped on it, and this copy is signed. Did I pay like a bit more from Indigo to get it signed than at Costco, and it was like 13 bucks? Yes. Am I still a little mad about it? Yes. But no, it's an amazing book. I gave it 5 stars, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I loved it. So the next book I read this year was Morgan Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. I got this for Christmas last year, and it's because I read the Book Thief for my English class in my senior year. It was, the Book Thief is historical fiction, and then I saw a girl, she was reading The Handmaid's Tale, and I was like, I should probably read that. So I read it. This is like, I think, the newest edition. It's very nice. I love it. But I can't remember what I rated this book. I'll like put it up on the screen because I forget, honestly. But it's really good. It's a dystopian novel about like an apocalyptic event occurs, and only women who are handmaids are able to bear children for basically the rich, and they like basically lose all their rights and everything like that. It's kind of freaky because like that really, like, that could happen. That's the thing about like dystopian novels, like you gotta like take back and like think like, oh, like that could actually happen. Like, it's kind of freaky if you think about it. But yeah, the next book I read was 6 of Crows. This is one hefty book. I think this is like one of the longest books. This is like one of the biggest books I've ever read, and it was an accomplishment. And like the print is like pretty tiny too, so like it's a bunch. But it was really good. I didn't read the Grishaverse, like the Shadow and Bone series, Siege and Storm and Run and Rising. Before, I just hopped right in because my friend was like, you need to read this. Ryan was like, girl, get on it. So I did. It was really good. I think I gave it, I can't remember, I think 4.5, 5 stars? Can't remember, but I really liked it. And I was reading, I got like halfway through Crooked Kingdom, but then honestly there's no reason why I didn't finish it. I was just busy, I guess. I know, don't come at me. But yeah, I like it, recommend it. Super good fantasy book, and this is the first fantasy book I've read, and might dabble in some more. So the next book I read was this awful thing, We Were Liars. Some people rave that they love it. I got it because TikTok was like literally screaming down my throat that I needed to read it. And like all my favorite YouTubers, I read it, they were like, I love it. And I was like, I don't understand. I mean, like, the plot twist at the end, that was good. But, like, the rest of the story, like, I can't justify it. It wasn't my favorite read. I would not read it again, personally. But some people love it, some people hate it, so that's just my opinion. Yeah, I think I gave it like a 2-star. But yeah, not my favorite. So the next book I read was All This Time by Mickey Daughtry and Rachel Lippincott. Oh, butchered that one. But yeah, so I got All This Time. It's about these. Is it a plot spoiler? Okay, no. So it says in the description, his this guy and his girlfriend get in a car accident and she dies, and then he's left with this brain injury, and then he meets this other girl who's grieving a death as well, and like that kind of brings them together. This is also by the same author that wrote 5 Feet Apart, and I love these copies. Like, look at how pretty these are. Love. But no, this book literally had me crying. Not as much as 5 Feet Apart though, but it was still so good. I highly recommend it. I think I gave it 4.5, 5 stars. So the next book I read was Pumpkin by Julie Murphy. And I read this during June for Pride Month. And it's a really good story. Like, it's really funny. I loved it. Like, literally, I was laughing. Like, actually laughing out loud. LOL. But, yeah, no. It's such a good story. I gave it 5 stars. Highly recommend it. About this guy who is gay in Texas, and he likes to watch drag race shows like RuPaul, but like it's like, I think it's called Fierce of Them All. Yes, it is. But yeah, and then he like makes a videotape of him in drag, and obviously things tumble from there. But it's a very good story, and I haven't really read much. I haven't read actually any books about drag, so it was a really fun book to like read about someone's point of view. Keeping on with my June reads, I read Felix Ever After, which is about a boy named Felix who is who has transitioned from female to male, and I've never read a book about an individual who is transitioned, like transgender, so it was a really good like point of view. Like, I've never read before, and I've also like I don't have any friends or know anyone personally that have transitioned. I know like TikTokers were like no one like I know like personally, but yeah, it was an amazing book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend it, especially to get like a different point of view on people's lives that you wouldn't really think about. Now we are on to my summer romance. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Love. Sorry, what's that? Sorry. Bless me. She's also the author of Beach Read. Emily Henry, she's such a good author. It's about these two friends that go on like a vacation every summer, and it's about like something happened this one summer and then like totally broke off their friendship. So you get to go back in like time and like read their past summer trips, and like you get to like unfold what like went wrong between them. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. 100% recommend reading. So the next book I read is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I really wanted to read this because one day I went to Peggy's Cove because I live in Nova Scotia, and I was like, hello, literally a book. Like, it just gave me Peggy's Cove vibes. And I was like, Mom, what did we do after? We went to Indigo and I got the book. Yeah. There's also coming out with a sequel this year, like in 2022. I'm so excited. This book is also a Grumpy Sunshine book, and I figured out that that's one of my favorite tropes because I find it so funny and so realistic too. But I love it. If this became a movie, I'd be paying like all my money. No, it's so good. Love it. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, highly recommend you read it. I haven't read any other Tessa Bailey books, but I really want to because I've heard that I think like Fix Her Up or Fix Him Up or Fix It Up, I don't know, but like other books of hers are also Grumpy Sunshine tropes, and I need that in my life. The next book I read, The Beach Read by Emily Henry. My favorite things about her books is that like the spine like matches a print on the cover. Same with People Leaving on Vacation, like the trees match the spine. Like that's my favorite thing. I love that about her books. This has been sold out. It was sold out everywhere in Nova Scotia. So over the summer I went to PEI when like COVID wasn't as bad, and I found this in a bookmark store and I grabbed it. I got it. Love. It was so good. It's about like two writers that are like feuding, so it's not enemies to lovers, but like I guess it is enemies to lovers. But like yeah, it's enemies to lovers, I guess. But yeah, I love writing. I used to write little stories when I was younger, so like I really resonated with like the author, the main characters being authors, and I loved it. And I highly recommend you read Emily Henry's book. She's coming out with a new one called Book Lovers, I think. Can't wait. I'm basically making also like a 2022 like most anticipated books in this video. Oh The next book I read, Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Oh my god. Like, where do I begin? This is the first book I've read by Colleen Hoover. I have, for Christmas, I just got Verity. I know, I still haven't read It Happened, It Ends With Us. I really want to, but do I want that, like, emotional distraughtness? Yes. The answer is yes. This book is so good, and like read the book, you'll understand what the cover means, and I just hurts me too much. It's such a great book. I love it so much. Highly recommend. Like 11 out of 5 stars. Too good. Yeah, this was one of my first Colleen Hoover books I've ever read. Definitely not the last. So much love, and like it has like a bit of like brother's best friend trope, but yeah, like it does, but not to like the extreme as like other books do. But yeah, highly recommend reading this. I How many times can I say that I love this book? I love this book. I love this book. I love this book. Don't mind my dog pillow. I got it. My dog Sadie for Christmas. And then Mia's chilling here with us too. And my pretzels. Wrong hand. The next book, I actually started this just literally a year ago today. And I read like 100 pages and I just like DNF'd it. And then I was like, maybe I should read it because she's coming out with a new one. It's The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. Oh my god. I read One of Us is Lying, One of Us is Next, and then To Keep Secret. Loved it. Loved it. But this just, I guess I just wasn't in the mood for it. This definitely wasn't one of my favorites of her books. I think I gave it a 3 stars, but I think I was just like not into it, so like it didn't like resonate with me like the other ones did. Also because I like put it down for like what, until October, like 10 months. Yeah. But yeah, this is my favorite one of her books, but I do love all of her other ones. And I do still recommend the author because she's still amazing. Just don't like DNF it for 10 months and pick up where you left off. Yeah. The next book I read was There's Someone Inside Your House by she is dusty. Holy moly. By Stephanie Perkins. Don't watch the movie. The movie is trash. I don't know why this is even on the cover. The book, 5 out of 5 stars. Loved it. The movie, awful. Like, she also wrote like Anna and the French Kiss and blah blah blah. But like that series, this one was so gory and like so graphic detail. I was like, oh, ooh. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. But sorry, it was really good. I recommend it. It was like really spooky. I read it during like October. And I highly recommend reading it. Just don't watch the movie. That's all you have to do. Just don't watch the movie. The next book I read was my first graphic novel, which is Heartstopper. Beautiful. I literally read this in one sitting. It took me like less than an hour, but it's just a graphic novel. 10 out of 10. Love this book. I still haven't gotten the other ones. They're up to 4 now, I think. Yeah, the 4th volume, but yeah, I highly, it's so cute and it's just so fast to read. So like if you want to get your books read, like the amount of books you read in a year up, graphic novels are the way to go. Yeah, it's pure bliss. Made my heart happy. I gave it 5 stars, 4.5. I don't know. I'll just put it up on the stream because I keep forgetting. The next book I read is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. It's about this couple that have a remote wedding on a island in Scotland. I was gonna say in Scottish. I was like, no. It was a really good book. It has, I think it's 6 point of view. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it has 5 point of views of the bride plus 1, the best man, the wedding planner, and the bridesmaid. But it was really good, and I highly recommend it. Like when I like by the end you start putting it together and like the plot twist, very good. Yeah, it is a thriller, and I loved it. Don't know what else to say. The next book I read. When I was younger, I got like season reading. Not my best. So, I read Twilight. Yeah, my boyfriend and I were watching the movies, and I was like, oh my god, I should really read the books. So what did? I went on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was selling like second used copies, and I got them. It's so good. This is probably like one of the best books that I've ever been like closest to. Like the movie and the book are like really close. There's only one thing that's really different, and it's that Bella hates blood. Like in the movie, I find like she's always bleeding, and like she's like gagging and stuff in this, and I'm like, make it make sense. But 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. Bliss. So to follow up Twilight, I read New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. You already knew that. My boyfriend and I were watching the movies, and so I was following along reading the books, and they're just so good. I am still forever Edward fan, but why you bark? Why you bark? No need. Don't do it. No need. Rude. Are you done? So I'm gonna have to go have a talk with her. Are you okay? Me settled? Okay. She's good. The next book I read was The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga. I don't know. Honestly, I butchered that. I read this for my intro to literature class for university. It was a really interesting read. I did some annotating in it. Never actually annotated in a book before. But yeah, it's also a Netflix film. I haven't watched it, but it was a really good book. I think I gave it 3 stars. It's just like I wouldn't pick it up myself to read it, but it was still good when I read it during class. And the last book I finished for this year was Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. I got them secondhand, so like I don't know what this is. Like it look like I don't know. Like it's like into the covers. Like I don't really know. I'm eventually going to get like new copies. Well, like new secondhand copies of the series, because my Breaking Dawn, I haven't read Breaking Dawn, but like that one's messed up too. Like I don't know what happened, but like I got the whole set for like $10, so I shouldn't complain. I'm not. But yeah, Eclipse, 10 out of 10. Loved it. Love all of Stephanie Meyer's Twilight series. Beautiful. Like, I don't know why anyone would say no. Right, Mia? You snuggling with Sadie? See? She's a stan, too. Don't blame her. And finally, I'm just adding in the book that I'm currently reading right now, which is You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McMasses. I'm only on page 23, chapter 3. But it's her newest release. It came out, I want to say November 30th, maybe? But yeah, I'm coming out. Come here, girl. Yeah, so I just started reading it, and it's already like really interesting. So I'm thinking I'm really gonna like this one rather than the cousins, and just bring my Karen M. McMasses reading up again. What you do? What you doing? You wanna sit on my lap? Come here. And one book I've also read, I read The Midnight Library. I'll put it here. Sorry. I gave it to my friend Rye to read months ago, and I still have it back. But it's probably just chilling on a shelf somewhere. But yeah, it was a really good book. It really made you think of like life in a different perspective, and I've never read a book that like made me think of like life in a different way. So I really, really enjoyed it. What do you think, Mia? Ooh, oh, she wants to go away. Yeah, so here's all my pile of books I read. Woo! So I just want to say thanks for watching my, I guess, 2021 wrap up. Right, Lo? Me? I know. Say thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. And I hope you have a amazing rest of your day and stay safe, because I know here in Nova Scotia, COVID is crazy. Love ya.